Okay, sorry about that. I had to get some water. Por favor. Yeah, we already read that. Okay, anyways. Sorry, we had mail. Oh, and then the email arrives to break this stalemate. Turn my attention away from Suzuha. This ringtone is starting to piss me off. Well, I already read it. It's most likely from that male demon, Shining Finger. Can tell without even checking. I already did check, so don't worry. I got your back, Okabe. This is getting ridiculous. She's got some stalker qualities. Maybe even split personalities. Shouldn't have given her my address. Look at Suzuha and see her lying on the counter. Seductively? She's playing with something in the palm of her hand. Looks like a small metal pin. Anyway, how could she be this lazy on her second day? I love CRTs. It was a lie too, wasn't it?
Why the frown? Did you get a death notice?
What?
Just wondering.
She was just wondering if I got a death notice? You could at least say just kidding. How could you say that with a straight face? What the hell is a death notice anyway? Do those even exist?
No, what I meant to ask was if you got some unpleasant news.
You could say that. This girl's hard to get a handle on. I really shouldn't let my guard down around her. There's this woman who's obsessed with finding an IBN 5100. Suzuha leaps up as soon as I speak.
An IBN 5100.
You know about them?
Yeah.
I see. So the IBN 5100 legend is famous, huh? Maybe that retro PC is more popular with female otaku than I thought.
Yeah, that's it. I had the urban legend from someone. How much do you know about it?
I actually tried looking for an IBN 5100, but in the end, came to the conclusion that there isn't one in Akiba.
I see. Oh, well, that's true.
You sound like you know something.
Eh? Well, I do and I don't, I guess. I don't know about it personally, but I happen to hear about it from a knowledgeable acquaintance of mine, or something like that.
Another insincere smile. I'm starting to think she's not a very good liar. You could tell she's lying whenever she smiles like that. Sure enough, she doesn't offer any other information. She just keeps that insincere smile plastered on her face. Plastered is a good word for that. Who are you? Suzuha falls back onto the counter with a deep sigh. She looks up at me from that position.
I was thinking of giving you a bunch of interesting information on the IBN 5100. But when you look at me like that, I don't feel like it anymore.
I'm not even interested in the IBN 5100. I'm more concerned with CERN right now. Solving one of Akiba's mysteries won't topple the organization's regime, after all. You don't have a shred of credibility. I have no way of knowing if that interesting information of yours is true or not.
Wow, that's harsh. Well, I admit I am acting kind of suspicious. I won't tell you, but I'll give you a hint. And then you'll writhe in agony when you can't figure it out. Truth is, the IBM 5100 has a hidden fiction.
Hidden function? I believe you meant to say? That reminds me, I'm pretty sure that John Titor from 2000 says something like that. I searched through my memories. If I remember correctly, the IBM 5100 could do something or other with a proprietary programming language.
No way! How did you know? Tell me!
I only vaguely remembered, but it looks like I hit the mark. I grin. Oh, it's another one of my powers. Leading question. I can read your heart of hearts, or you could just say, if you said that you got it from John Titor, this all would be real simple.
What? No fair!
For some reason, Suzuha covers her face with both her hands. She opens her fingers just enough to peek at me. That's not enough to escape my power. I see everything, Amane Suzuha. Resistance is futile. Everything, you say?
Anyway, the IBM 5100 has a hidden function. It can decipher IBM's proprietary programming language, which was written before APL and BASIC became widespread. Isn't that surprising?
Now I remember, John Titor said the same thing in 2000. And right after that, an IBM engineer officially admitted to that function's existence.
Now it's a dead programming language that can only be deciphered with an IBM 5100.
The reason Titor traveled to 1975 to obtain an IBM 5100 was because he needed that function. Maybe Moken wants to use it too. Or maybe not. Shiny Finger doesn't exactly seem like a type who would know about that sort of function.
That's why IBM 5100s are so rare.
While talking, Susa keeps dropping her glance at the metal pin in her hand. She rolls it around with her fingers. I guess that's a habit of hers. So, IBM 5100s are super rare. Maybe if I got one, I could sell it for a high price. That could be a good way to raise research funds. But first, I have to deal with CERN. Oh, that's it. That's the end of the scene. Goodbye. Oh, back here again. Alright. Oh, it's 31st now. Life in 2030. Life is 2036. I can't fucking read. Life in 2036 is very different from what it is today. Most people live on farms, growing their own food. All forms of commerce and communication are restricted. There's no travel, no internet, no railroad even. Most people never see another town, let alone a city. Science continues to advance, of course, but the vast majority of people do not benefit from that progress. Technology belongs only to those chosen by CERN and the Committee of 300. It's very peaceful, at least on the surface. There's none of the conflict you see in this era.
There's no war? How's that possible? How'd CERN resolve their situation in the Middle East?
What have you got against world peace? Sounds to me like CERN's doing humanity a favor.
See, the guy stole a time machine from CERN, ain't he? He's a bad guy here, dying to fire terrorist scum.
The world in 2036 is governed by CERN. All nations, even America, have disbanded their armies. To put it simply, civilization has returned to an 18th century level of technology and exists under a communist system of government. In other words, Louis. Except now, that system works flawlessly. Right now, you should be asking yourself how that's possible. How does a system of government that collapsed in the 20th century exist without any discontent? The answer to that question is the reason I am here. Yes, I am a terrorist. There are others like me who fight against CERN. We think of ourselves as the resistance, but there is no denying that our acts are a kind of terrorism.
Anyway, I want to hear more about the many-world interpretation. You said it's been proven by 2036. How? I knew you were a terrorist. How many of you murdered? What if my kids were among them? Man, maybe I really should kill your father. Protect the future.
Stop beating around the bush. Give us answers.
You're one of those old men who participated in student riots, aren't you? Filled your head with a bunch of bullshit, and now you can't tell fact from fiction, am I right? Delicious nationalist tears. Lol. So probably figured it out. They got a time machine to experiment with, right?
Hoy and Kilma. At, 50. Right, that asshole. That would make you no better than Titor. If you're willing to face the consequences, then go right ahead. Titor, question. Did World War III take place as scheduled? Why did you come to this particular time? Did you find an IBM 5100?
Is John Titor plugging for the commies? I thought that went out of style years ago.
I thought that Titor was crazy, but this Hoeing guy is crazier. Get a room, guys, lol.
World War III. Lamau.
Isn't this supposed to be an IBM 5100 in Akiba? As I've already explained, my goal in this time is to change the future. I'm posting here to warn you of what's going to happen. Perhaps convergence will render my efforts meaningless. But if even one person pays attention, that's enough. World War III. Is that something I said on a different world line? I would like to talk to you in private. Please email me when you have the time. Of course, if anyone else would like to email me, feel free. Serious inquiries only, please. All I've been getting is hate mail. Here's my address once more. John Titor at egweb.ne.jp. EG. 20 hours have passed since Dara started hacking. Night gives way to a refreshing summer morning. I glance at Dara while browsing at channel on my phone. He's fidgeting even more. Now his legs are like pistons. His knees move up and down in harmony with the rat-a-tat-tat-tat of his keyboard. Dara's been slept in about 40 hours, but he still won't get off the computer. I was gonna ask him if he'd like a break, but his entire body's exuding an aura that says, "Don't talk to me." I curl up a bit and return to my phone. My discussions with John Titor just aren't making sense. Not even Titor himself seems to know about the Titor from 10 years ago. It's hard to imagine that everyone on that channel is conspiring against me. But how else can I explain it? Out of options, I decided to email Titor directly, just as he told me to. He audaciously exposed his own address on that channel. I guess that's his way of saying, bring it on. Oh, okay. In my email, I questioned the differences between his post now and his post 10 years ago. The current Titor hasn't even acknowledged the latter. I only vaguely remember them, but they basically went like this. In 2015, World War III breaks out. Many people die. In 2036, the world is contaminated from nuclear warfare. You traveled from 2036 to 1975 to obtain an IBN 5100. It was necessary to revive technology lost in World War III. IBN 51 has a hidden function, ability to read IBN's proprietary computer language, which predates APL and BASIC. Only a few of IBN's engineers knew about it. It doesn't even appear in the manual. In 1998, you went to America to see your young self and your parents. I see. Wait, parents in America? I guess that makes sense. You were a soldier before volunteering to become a time traveler. You're American. Furthermore, in 2000, John Titor correctly predicted the outcomes of future events. Peruvian coast earthquake in 2001, the election of a new pope, the outbreak of the Iraq War, China's advances in space, and so forth. Though he only talked vaguely about each one, they all came true. On the other hand, other predictions went unfulfilled. For example, the Y2K bug, Civil War in America, the cancellation of the Beijing Olympics, the inauguration of America's first female president in 2009, and so forth. When was Hillary running? Not this time, but didn't she try and run before? Maybe she was running in 2009, I don't know. There's more, but let's leave those aside for now. I'm gonna ask him why those predictions didn't come true. Also, most of your predictions from back then came true. If you're from the future... Hang on a second! Let me fucking read the bottom here, man. Also, most of your predictions from back then didn't come true. If you're from the future, then why didn't your predictions come true? I'd appreciate a satisfactory explanation. Alright, send it now. If he can't answer to my satisfaction, then the current Titor is an imposter. This is your litmus test, John Titor. So, what are your true colors?
Toot-toot-oo! Good morning!
Mayuri comes in. Looks like she's forgiven us for experimenting on her food. She's back to her usual smiley smell. Smelf! What are you doing here so early?
Well, I heard you guys had stayed up 2 nights in a row, so I bought you some goodies.
Excellent. Good job. Though, to be accurate, it wasn't 2 nights in a row. I took an afternoon nap yesterday. Not to mention, the one doing all the work here is Daru. Mayuri starts fishing through her convenience store bag. And then she takes out...
Ta-da! Canned Odin!
Canned Odin is still warm when she gives it to me. I open the lid right away and eat the beef. Mayuri and I have been together for a long time. She knows what I like. I'm pretty sure in the anime, they eat this later. And not inside. I'm pretty sure they eat it outside. Somewhere. I don't know where. And when it comes to canned Odin, beef is where it's at.
It's a present from Mayushi. They're 270 yen each, so savor it, okay?
I've been getting tired of eating bananas and chicken lately. Buy these instead from now on.
But Mayushi doesn't have enough pocket money to splurge like this all the time. And Mayushi loves bananas and chicken, so she keeps buying them.
Meh. I consider saying you'll get fat if you only eat frozen foods, but that's not very effective against Mayuri, so I hold my tongue. That's also fucking rude! Her high metabolism prevents her from getting fat, no matter how much she eats.
But wait, there's more! Ta-da!
Next, she produces a small box with a Rhinet illustration.
Fry that sausage! It comes with an Oopa battle cap as a bonus. I really wanted it, so I bought it.
She sticks out her tongue with a shy giggle. Something tells me that in a few months' time, those lot will neck deep in Uber goods. There are only a few things right now, like the cushion on the sofa, but that number is sure to grow exponentially.
So, how's Daru-kun?
Titor? Sky-clad? What? Oh! Oh, Skyclad! Oh, that's... It's the same... email. Does everyone use the same email? I wouldn't be able to tell if they use the same email address. It's the same one as Titor. Okay?
This is Amane Suzuha. First email. Thanks for exchanging email addresses with me yesterday. I finally made a friend here. Yay! Don't worry, I won't email you too much. And I might be slow to reply too. I'm kinda new at this email thing. It's okay to laugh at me.
That wasn't an exchange. You took my address by force. I had no choice but to submit. I didn't even remember that. Finally made a friend here. Where were you living before? Haven't used cell phones much. Where were you living before, eh? We won't be mean. Suzuha's nice. Anyways. He's in the midst of a hard fight. He should at least rest a little. I mean, I never said he had to do it all at once.
Daru-kun's super hacker spirit is on fire!
Don't say Haka! An empty Diet Cola bottle comes with his, whistling through the air. It hits my head with a nice thunk.
He sure is tense.
Mayuri and I evacuate to a corner of the lounge and quietly eat the Odin.
But isn't hacking bad? Mayushi doesn't want you to do bad things.
I would be a fool to let Daru's super hacker skills go to waste. Incidentally, it looks like hackers hijacked SERN's system back in 2008. We found news articles about it online. That means even the inventors of the World Wide Web have holes in their security. With his skills, Daru should have no trouble getting through. Besides, we're doing this to expose CERN's wrongdoings. This is a war against the dark forces that secretly rule the world.
Bad things are bad.
That's unusual. Mayuri usually just accepts whatever I say. Well, I admit it, we are doing a bad thing. But there's no way we could stop now. I need to change the subject. Mayuri, I want to trade my sweet potatoes for your beef.
If you want to trade, I'd rather have your quail egg.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. Next to beef, quail eggs are my favorite.
But Mayushi likes quail eggs too.
Settle for my chikuwa.
Okay. Chikuwa is better than sweet potatoes.
With that said, I skewer the chikuwa and put it in Mayuri's can. And I get a beef in return. Subject change complete. Mayuri really eats to have conversations about food. It's so easy to manipulate her. Mwahahaha! Soon. If I can just get the SQL table, I'll have more than enough passwords. You're no match for me. Daru started talking to himself. Looks like things are falling into place. Daru really is a super hacker. I think this is the first time I've seen him serious. Daru bends himself forward, staring holes into the screen. But all I see on the screen is the same string of numbers and letters. Oh! Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, you can't hide from me, you naughty thing, you. Oh, how does it feel to be naked? Yeah! His eyes are bloodshot. He started rambling. Maybe the lack of sleep is getting to him. Daru opens up a new window, types in a 12-character string, slams the enter key. An error sound rings. He quickly deletes the string and enters in a new one. He keeps repeating that sequence until finally... Oh, yes! Yes! Matching ID and password. Login complete. Hell yes! Taste it! Yes, 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 yes! Well, what enthusiasm. Did you get it? Smug bastard turns around with an expression of immense satisfaction. as if he's gone into a la petite mort. Ho them tips. Survival Airsoft. A mock battle using air guns, primarily played outside in the mountains. Participants generally wear camouflage. I don't really think that's what we really talk about, but okay. Short for a programming language. A programming language, nice. Short for beginners, all-purpose symbolic instruction code. The Y2K bug. At the turn of the 21st century, there was a concern over the possibility of widespread computer failure when the year turned 2000. In order to save memory space, old operating systems almost always abbreviated years to the final 2 digits. Hence, when 1999 changed to 2000, the last 2 digits would change from 99 to 0. If its programming didn't anticipate the change, the computer would erroneously assume the year was 1900. Assuming that computers in the military, financial, and government sectors might malfunction and cause worldwide catastrophe. To address this issue, countermeasures were taken in the mid-1990s to manually update every program. As a result of these countermeasures, the year 2000 problem was averted. But what if it wasn't? That would be an interesting thing. Canned Odin, a canned meal, sold in vending machines. Each can contains a hot broth with various Odin ingredients such as boiled egg, radish, konjac, beef, and tofu, a popular Akihabara specialty. And La Petite Mort, a condition of mental and physical release unique to male physiology, characterized by a feeling of supreme calm and composure. Entering the state is almost like becoming an empty shell, also known as hypersage time or saint time. It is a perfect day. Mission complete! Really?
Wow, that's amazing. I don't really get it though.
After 20 hours of agony, it's finally over. To show Dara my appreciation, I toss him an unopened Odin can. An Odin can's the best after a job well done. Well done! You really are the world's greatest super hacker! 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 I'm glad you're on my side. So, did you find out how they're planning to destroy the world? I haven't looked yet, man. All I did was get it connected. But it's all downhill from here. I'm sorry if you're tired. Please, start checking. The keys to this conspiracy have got to be in there. Yeah, I'll do it. Let me eat this Odin can first. After a short meal break, Dar taps on his keyboard more nimbly than before. Re-energized! The question is who this password belongs to.
Why is that?
I went into CERN's database and got a data table. From there, I focused on people with simple passwords like 11111 and A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and to get my hands on an ID. It'd be awesome if this turns out to be the server admin's logon, but I don't think we're that lucky.
In Japanese, please.
Same. I understood that. Basically, if this is the server admin's password, we can taste every inch of CERN's luscious flesh. But if it's just an ordinary researcher's password, then we can only see CERN's boobs.
Daru-kun, that's naughty.
Quit the erotic examples. Basically, you mean there'll be limits to what information we can access. Exactly. Anyway, it's only a matter of time before I get a server admin's password. Let's save that for later. I'm really sleepy now. It'd be cruel to push Dara any further. It's unfortunate, but overworking him isn't an option. Let's let him rest so he can regain his energy. Oh! Looks like our ID belongs to an accelerator division chief. So it's not a server admin. It would take a miracle to get one on the first try. How many staff members do you think CERN has?
How many?
Over 6,000. That many? They sure do dwindle their numbers in 2036. Well, for now, let's look at this accelerated division chief. His name is Jack. Let's look at his email blog. I'm pretty sure he just said Jackson. Oh, Jackson, right. I guess that would make sense. And of course, the emails come up in English.
Oh no! That makes my Yoshi's head hurt.
It's pathetic to flinch at the mere sight of English. Daru, what does that say? Need to translate it. This is a job for Dr. Excite! Nah, I've got a better idea. I boot up translation software and auto-translate the open page. Poor unnatural Japanese shows up. First line says, Happy New Year! Looks like New Year's greeting. Something about going on vacation in Spain. Lucky bastard. The email's normal. Nothing out of the ordinary. If we keep scouring the log like this, we can also identify the server manager.
You know, looking through someone else's mail without permission makes me feel really guilty.
She gets depressed and moves away from the computer. She sits on the sofa and hugs her giant Oopa cushion with a sigh. I know we're doing something socially unacceptable. However, indeed, this is important. I abandoned guilt when I chose the path of evil long ago. Whoa! Yeah, I can't laugh that loud, otherwise my mic will fucking burst into flames. Let the responsibility be mine. I will not ask you to answer for my crimes. What a guy! I'd let Ocarina do me in the butt. What? Whoa, whoa. I decline your offer. Now get peeking, Daru.
Ocarina, you're bad. You make my Yushi sad.
That's of no concern to me. Wow! You just sit there and pretend your hands are clean. Upon further examination, we discover several emails with the title Experiment Report. In English, naturally. Looks like he sends emails like these almost daily. LHC Experiment Reports. There could be a hint about time machines in there. We should try reading them. This is definitely a crime, though. That's what his lips say, but his hand still clicks on the email. What comes up is an unintelligible series of symbols. This is encrypted. Of course it isn't that simple. Well, cracking this should be a piece of cake. Nice, super hacker. He's a genius, no doubt. Unless it's in a thing we can't read. Daru undoes the security in less than 10 minutes. Real time's sake is deciphering the crappy machine translation. Oh, okay, that wasn't that hard. Never mind. Translated to proper Japanese, it's... Paul. Paul? Paul? I think you mean Paul. Hi, Paul. Hi, Paul. That acting's completely unnecessary. Aww. Uploaded today's data to the server. LHC is performing admirably. Can't say the same about the rest, though. This baby's fickle as a cat, but it was surprisingly obedient this month. It'd be great as if it stayed like this forever. But don't you think this work is unrewarding? This kitten, this 27-kilometer long kitten, has been operating for 9 years. Our research will change the course of history, yet only a small group of people are allowed to see it. Of course, if it were ever officially released, it'd be one hell of a scandal. People would probably say something like, call Robert Zeckman to CERN right away. He could build in less than a year. 9 years? I'll finish this reading. I wrote my templates with my thumbs. Calm down. Let's sort things out. Do you not think that the work... It is this large... I feel like this is spelt wrong. Or this grammar in this article here is wrong. At least that's what it looks like to me. Let's sort things out. Do you think there were any translation errors in that email? Did Daru notice something unnatural too? He's not joking like he usually does. If you trust the translation software, then that's what it says. The Japanese is strange in places though. But that doesn't make sense. Now I thought the LHC was only put into operation around spring last year. But this email makes it sound like it's been in operation for 9 years. That is strange. The email send date is this year, 2010, so 9 years ago makes it 2001. John Titor posted this on that channel yesterday. The only other thing I can say is that you must not believe their lies. They have already succeeded at creating micro black holes. If you read between the lines of this email, it sounds like they're doing some sort of secret experiment. Also, Robert Zemeckis is super famous. Robert Zemeckis is a super famous Hollywood movie director. He directed the trilogy of smash hit time travel movies about 20 years ago. I groan. No way. Was I right? CERN's hiding a major secret from the world? And it's related to time travel. Keep looking, Daru. Search for anything related to time machine research. Seriously? I don't know if Daru is questioning my order or the possibility that CERN might be researching time travel. Either way, he begins tapping on the keyboard again. he's gonna drop dead. There aren't any emails with the phrase time machine in them. But the phrase Z program was used hundreds of times in the past few months. Do you think it could be about the current LHC experiments? What is it specifically? Black hole formation experiments? Let's try looking for a few documents. I found one. Daru opens a PDF attachment. Oh ho ho! Looks like this is top secret stuff from France, England, and Holland. Government secrets? CERN's not even a government organization, so why? Oh wait, should we be looking at this stuff? We might be in a little deep here. Oh, that was Daru, sorry. I don't care. Give me details! Hold on. If we get caught, we're not getting off with an apology. Are you so incompetent as to let yourself be traced? I took the necessary precautions. Then I fail to see the problem. Well, thanks. Daru makes a slightly awkward face as he takes the file about the Z program and feeds it into the translation software. Ain't no going back here! May 14th, 137 Z program experiment report. Because we have already succeeded at creating many black holes, the report is omitted. First... Stop! All of a sudden, Titor's prediction became a reality. So CERN did use the LHC to create many black holes. But they announced that their experiments still haven't succeeded, so why? This is what Titor was referring to when he posted "Don't believe what they say." But the goal of the experiment wasn't even to generate many black holes. It was to create new elementary particle reactions. Daru doesn't take his wide eyes off the monitor. But in reality, they're already generating those many black holes. Should have seemed like it. What does it say next? Results, error. Human is dead, mismatch. For details, consult Jellyman's report number 14. Jellyman? What the fuck kind of name is that? Sounds like lifter's adjustment. Okay, yeah, human's dead, mismatch. We propose that further experiments be halted until the lifter is perfected, and then all local field conformity points are online. What does that mean? Human is dead means somebody died, right? What? Somebody died? Seriously? This isn't a joke anymore. Something very serious is going on here. Maybe we are in too deep. What if we are? I'm not afraid. I'm not! After all, I am the insane mad scientist, Hoin Kyoma! We can't stop now. I can't control my curiosity. Besides, now that I have proof of their evil deeds, ignoring it would just leave a bad taste in my mouth. My throat's gone dry. I swallow my saliva. In an attempt to keep whatever composure I can, I scold myself for being so faint of heart. What is this Jellyman's report? Daru starts typing once I ask my question, but he soon clicks his tongue. I can't find it in Jack's email. We'll need an account with more privileges. Then we'll save that for next time. Searching for something related to time machines. Search for something related to time machines. You know we're not gonna find anything, right? After that, Daru spends about 15 minutes fishing through the Accelerator Division Chief's email. Doesn't find anything about time machines. Words like Accelerator, Technical Committee, and LHC Project Lead came up. Guess we should look for an ID from there. Maybe we can get more information. Yeah, you can't look it up with the ID you have. Dr. shakes his head. Well, I guess let's call it a day. By the way, what we just saw was CERN's biggest server. But I also found strange database on the network. Strange how? It was buggy. Buggy? I mean, it was full of some kind of code. But the code was gibberish. Impossible to decode, thank you very much. Could it be encrypted? Not by any algorithm I've ever seen. It wouldn't even work as a program, it just bothers me. Why would they have a database that nobody could ever use? That is strange. But what if? I'll see what I can find out. But what if? Dar tries every trick in the book to crack that mystery database. But after about an hour, the pistons he has for her fingers begin speeding up. Eventually, he just slams the keyboard out of frustration. I don't get it! I don't get it at all! You call this a program, dumbass? Go to fucking hell! Oh, great. He snapped.
I think you should stop.
Mary puts down her sewing tools and turns to Dar with a worried look on her face. My head is spinning. I can't take it anymore. This is bad. Dar's breaking down. Maybe I'm pushing him too far. He's been up 2 days straight. He's probably at his limit. Good work. Go rest, Daru. Yeah, I'll do that. Anyway, even if it isn't a bug, but an actual program, only the guys who made it could understand it. I've never seen anything like it. Program unlike anything seen. Moment. Music burst from my pocket. Oh, Titor. Okay. Are you being honest? If everything you wrote is true, then we have a lot to talk about, particularly concerning the IBN 51's hidden functionality, which I have not mentioned to anybody yet. I am indeed surprised you know about it. However, I have not gone to the year 2000, though it is possible I may go there later. There are 3 possibilities. First, the John Titor who appeared in 2000 is my future self. In other words, I go to 2000 later and write about the things you have told me about. But that would cause an egg and a chicken paradox, wouldn't it? Second, you're delusional or making things up for the sake of serious discussion. Let's set this possibility aside. Third, you may have seen something I wrote on a different world line. That would mean that 10 years ago, you existed on a different world line than the one we're on right now. However, that raises another issue. When the world line changes, the entire timeline is reconstructed from past in order. However, that raises another issue. When the world line changes, the entire timeline is reconstructed from the past to future in order to prevent a paradox from occurring. That was proven in 2036. In other words, it should be impossible for you to retain memories of a previous world line. Unless you too are a time traveler, that is. Do you have any idea what the cause could be? A gulp. Flash runs through my head like an electric shock. There's quite a bit of text, but what catches my eye are the first several lines. I already read the whole thing. Of course, everything's falling into place. Can I close this now? Can I fucking close this now? Whatever.
What you talking about?
Mary looks at me curiously, but I don't have time to answer her. I'm frantically assembling the pieces in my mind. John Titor, CERN, the time machine. These things are all connected. And now I have another piece of the puzzle. I shiver my own brilliance. Daru, I think I know how we can read that program. Seriously? How? I aim my phone's camera at the screen displaying the supposedly bugged data and take a picture. I attach it to a message. Does this code look familiar? And send it to Titor. A mysterious database inside CERN, a program unlike anything Supahaka Daru has ever seen. Its true form is If my hunch is correct, John Titor should know. What? There's no way. Say what you like, we'll know soon enough. We wait for Titor's reply. Though it's only been a few minutes, it feels like it's an eternity to me. It's here! Where did you find that? That's written in a programming... That's written in a proprietary... That's written in a proprietary... That's written in a these fucking cut-off words are the death of me. That's written in a proprietary IBM programming language used prior to 1975. You can only decipher it with an IBM 5100. I quickly open the mail, and its contents are enough to raise goosebumps on my entire body. Just as I suspected. Huh? I was right, Daru. I know where that data comes from. An IBM 5100! The Retro PC has a certain special function. In fact, for more than 25 years after it went to market in 1975, nobody knew of it, save for a few IBM I can't read anything. That function was first brought to light by the John Titor who appeared in 2000. A while after Titor posted about it, an actual IBM engineer admitted to the hidden function's existence. Which reminds me, I talked to Suzu about this only yesterday.
It can also decipher IBM's proprietary programming language, which was written before APL and BASIC became widespread. Isn't that surprising? Now it's a dead programming language, only decipherable with an IBM 5100.
Strange that you know that. What an incredible coincidence. What an incredible coincidence! Prime example of synchronity at work. I can't read anything. Dr. Excite, a machine translation site. Meaningful coincidence, simultaneity. The feeling that the two casually unrelated events have a meaningful deterministic relationship. For example, a vase fell and shattered, and at the same time, my grandmother died in the hospital. Nearly everyone has felt synchronity at some point in their lives. Strange. It's almost like an almighty will is pulling the strings. No, I say, this discovery is ours, was inevitable from the start, for this is the choice of Steins Gate! Wait, so CERN has an IBM 5100 database? Those machines aren't compatible with any modern software. Why would they do something like that? Answer me this. What is the best way to secure a machine against external cracking? Well, make it standalone, of course. Daru quickly catches on to the intent of my question. If only IBM 5100s can read it, I guess that's kinda standalone. Which means that CERN's keeping their most precious secrets hidden there. How do you know about that hidden function anyway? It's recorded in my brain's extensive Index Laborium Prohibitorum. Titor said it himself 10 years ago, but Daru wouldn't believe me even if I told him the truth. Very original. I ignored Daru's retort. Mayuri, we have important matters to discuss. Assemble!
Huh? I can hear you from here.
Mayuri's sewing. She doesn't get off the sofa. It doesn't matter whether you can hear or not. This meeting concerns the fate of the future gadget laboratory. Nay, the fate of mankind. Are you gonna close the window? So I want it to feel more secretive. Like we're scheming or something. It's important that we stare closely at the monitor and exchange dramatic lines. The atmosphere right now is too light. It's all Mayuri's fault.
Nayushi won't participate in your evil schemes.
Well, I can't have everything my way. Listen, you two! Henceforth, the future gadget laboratory shall begin emergency top-secret operations! This shall be the first stage in our war against the dark powers that manipulate the world from the shadows. Our enemy is CERN, a scientific institute engaged in the most evil research imaginable. Oh, Kareen, you're too loud. I've been up all night. Crap. I guess I am being too loud. That kind of ruins the whole secret feeling. And the window's open too. If Suzuho is below, she can hear everything. So I turn down a notch. Understand? The world has no need for two mad scientists. Before they can get ahead of us, we must outwit them. Who are they? You know. Them.
Mayushi doesn't get it at all.
Basically, we must obtain the Phantom Retro PC. The IBM 5100, said to be located somewhere in Akiba. Make a magnificent declaration, but Dara just rubs his eyes, and Mayuri returns to her needlework. Damn it. Is there anything you guys react to? You covered a massive conspiracy here. How come you aren't excited? I'll pass on the search. I'm seriously tired. Besides, I want to keep combing CERN server. That's true. Well, you're the only one who can do that, Dario, so I'll leave it to you. Meanwhile, so the IBM 5100 investigation squad shall consist of Mayuri and me.
I can't.
Mayuri makes an apologetic face.
I have to make costumes, and I have work too.
So basically, you two are telling me this. I'm the only one with free time. Fine. I'll manage alone somehow. It's useless to try and stop me, understood?
Are you gonna do something bad again?
Nah, he's all talk. He leave my useless comrades behind and stride gallantly out of the lab.